Þú ert að vinna plötu hérna í Englandi, er það ekki? Þetta er þín fyrsta sólóplata.
Já.
Með hvaða formerkjum vinnur hana?
Ég held að platan sem ég er að gera núna hérna út í Englandi, það er bara plata sem ég er búin að langa að gera síðan ég var 11 ára. Og
þú kláraðist fyrstu plötuna þína?
Já, eftir ég kláraði hana. Og það er svona Björk gerist frekja og Björk ræðir öllu plata. Björk fær að ákvaða hvaða hljóðfæri spilar í lögunum. Þetta eru lögin sem Björk samdi og það tók mér svolítið langa tíma að réttlæta þetta fyrir sjálfa mig að það væri allt í lagi. En nú er ég búin að því. og er svona staðið núna.
Hvenær á sú plata að koma út?
Kemur örugglega út í júní. En það geti samt breyst, það er svo margt eftir að gera þótt að ég sé raun og veru búin að taka hann upp og er að klára mixan. Það voru svona hlutir eins og samningar og plötualbúm og vídeo og allt það.
Heldur þú sláir aftur í gegn? Eitthvað svipað þú gerðir þegar sigmálofnir náðu eyrum og athygli fólks?
Ég held ekki. Ég get bara svona eðlisáhersluna mína, það er eina sem ég get elt. Og ég held að þú veist, svona fólk sem er að pæla í svona svipum hlutum og ég, kaupi plötuna. Og ég held að það sé ekkert svo margir, skilur, í heiminum. Human behavior is about watching things, and instead sometimes when human communications and relationships get all a bit too much, it can be very helpful just to step one step backwards and look at it all and just laugh at it. It's about animals and humans in a David Attenborough kind of way, just reversed. So sort of the humans watching, the animals watching the humans.
Why did you call it debut? Yeah, it's not your debut.
This is the first time it's my music, because I've sung on a lot of records, but this is the first time that it's actually my music. I've been working with people all my life, and always for their vision, and fulfilling their dreams. Like I would work with a film director and I would try to make the music, it was in his head. And so many times I've done something like this, so it was about time that it was music that was in my head would come true. But so I want to call this debut because for me it's in a way the first thing I've ever done, and everything else has been like a rehearsal. Mm. And it's my music. It's the debut of my music, The reason why I didn't put my own album out earlier is because it just was against everything I believed in. It was what I consider being very, very selfish, being very sort of narcissist, if you want. And I just didn't have the need to do it because I wanted to learn, and I wanted to meet have this intimate, over-the-top, obsessive, intimate musical relationships with people. And the more different they were to me, the better. If they were like the opposite of me, that was brilliant. Because that meant I could show them all these things they never heard about, and they could show me all the things I never heard about. And it would just be so exciting. And that's kind of what keeps me alive and what turns me on. Well, basically, I've been writing my own music since I was really little. And it was kind of more for myself, private, just to remain sane, rather than to sort of for other people. And I was even very precious about it. Didn't want anyone to hear it. It's like if you got your own diary, you'd be really embarrassed if someone would see it, and it would stop being your diary. It would lose its preciousness if you would show it to other people. The magic would go, But I've been working with other people doing music almost all my life, you know, and it really excites me and turns me on. But it was about 2 years ago that suddenly I realized, okay, Björk, you can't just take. You got to give as well. And I decided to make a completely private album that would be sort of the sort of songs I could live without, you know, definitely not these sort of private songs. Now it's more instinct for me. This is very natural for me to do this music. It's my music, and I don't have this big urge in a way to sort of speak for myself, but I feel a necessity to defend my music the same way as I would defend my child, kind of thing. Sugar cubes are a hobby, and they always have been a hobby. So we always do other things in between, and then maybe once a year, or not even that, we get together and do something. And it's always been like this from the beginning, and it's still like this. People in London accidentally heard about us and start to write about us in England. We didn't know anything about it. And then some friends who live in England started sending us magazines of people in England writing stories about us. They never met us or anything. It was about us being elfin and Eskimos, the snow Eskimos in Iceland. We get great offers. We get offers from like big fat record companies abroad. And they go like, listen, why don't you go a 2-month holiday in USA? And you get everything paid for, the flights, the hotels, the food, the drinks. You can even invite friends. The only thing you have to do is pretend you're a rock band. And we go, oh, great fun, you know? And we did that for 5 years. Sugar Cubes is an exception of what I do. Where I pretend I'm a stupid rock and roll woman. Which is quite good because we got money to put in our book publishing company. Bad taste was the most important thing for us. Sugar Cubes wasn't. We saw a way, Sugar Cubes was a way to travel around the world, to meet other people, and get money to put in Bad Taste. So most of the money we earned, we put in Bad Taste to put out more books, more records, the whole thing.
And having fun?
And having fun, obviously. I mean, I don't have to say that when you're with your best friends, traveling around America. Yeah. But then it stopped being a joke, you know, because it became a job. And I put the record out with no expectation, just a little statement. And so many people have come to me and say they like this, and say they understand what I say. And this has made me very, very happy. There's been one character that does the albums, and then there'll be separate other little characters that are the songs. light kind of newcomer, and I think that's how I felt. It's not like house music and dance music just started yesterday, you know. It's got a long, long history, and even much further back than that. So I was really isolated in Iceland, and still, and to the scene there, and especially when we started this company I said about before, Bad Taste, we were really on a mission to change Iceland and sort of try to erase a narrow-mindedness of people, and also pretentiousness in arts, because there's a lot of snobbery, sort of hierarchy when it comes to arts. All people think they're really doing something really good quality and good taste, and all they're doing is killing creativity. But that's another story. I think when I say that I think the album is not so good, I'm talking from my own point of view. I know I can do a lot better, and I expect that of myself, to not stop till I'm at my best, you know, and therefore I was very surprised to get all this good reception. Basically, when Sugar Cubes got attention abroad and we started to travel in '88, I was really excited to find out about live bands, because I never had the opportunity to do that before in Iceland. So I went to try to find all those bands and ran to concerts, and every time there was a day off touring, I would try to see all the bands, and I was so disappointed because it's so stagnant and not taking any risks, just playing that good old rock and roll that, you know, anybody can do, you know. So I started going to clubs in '88, and I just became obsessed with clubs.
I could imagine that you would maybe be afraid to play on the festival today, because there's so many heavy guitar bands and your music is so different that maybe the audience wouldn't be open for that. What were your thoughts on that?
No, I think I've been playing music long enough to realize that if I'm having fun, that's the only right way, and not to be too worried about people's preconceptions, you know? Mm-hmm. It's like a bonus if they like it, you know? I think it's healthy for them, just a little bit of no guitar music, you know? Yeah, spices life up a bit.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. I didn't really intend to play it live at all. It kind of was a complete accident how well this album has gone, you know? So I decided, okay, I get a chance to get a live band together. Let's do it different on the album, because it has to be sort of original, you know. I don't want to imitate the album, because I can play every song on the album in 20 different arrangements. I really like things like that. I mean, also remixes and all those things, you know. This is my first gig.
I think it's a very sexy song.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most sexy on the album.
You should see the video. I'm frying an egg.
Hey, sweet child, sense of humor suggests exciting sounds. His fingers, they focus on her touches. His feelings satisfied.
Það náttúrulega svona ekki eins sjálfsagður hlutur í Englandi að hvern maður viti hvað hún vill. Og það náttúrulega ennþá sérstakara því ég er hérna umboðsmaður mín sjálf og ég stjórna öllu því sem snýst mig. Bæði, þú veist, viðskiptum, hérna, díla við mig lögfræðing, geri alla díla. Þú veist, stjórna upptökum á minni tónlist og svo framvegis að fólk er nú svona mjög svona, veit ekki alveg hvernig á að díla við það. En það er náttúrulega líka eins og Íslandi, en ekki eins mikið. Það er eins og Íslandingar séu svona vanari því, en kannski ekki nokkrar ástæður fyrir því að það sé, þú veist, hvern maður með bein í nefinu og hérna, láta ekki segja sig fyrir verkum.